Right, welcome again to our Hebrew class. We thank you for joining us and we hope these are useful classes. And today's lesson is from Yehuchanan, John 11, verses 23 to 27. So now let's move on. And of course, as usual, we like to have the chart of the Dekud vowel markings and the useful resource for everyone who's new and is not so accustomed to the vowel markings. There are these great useful resources that you can go into and practice. So let us begin. We are now in verse 23 and it's represented by a kaf and a gimel. Kaf has a value of 20, a gimel is the third letter of the alphabet and it has a value of 3. Now let's go through the letters. Vav, Yod, Aleph, Mem, Resh, Aleph, Lamed, Yod, Hey, Yod, Hey, Vav, Shin, Ayin, Aleph, Chet, Yod, Kaf Safit, Kuf, Vav, Mem Safit, Yod, Kuf, Vav, and Mem Safit. Remembering that when we have a dot there with the Vav, it's an U sound, and the dot above the Vav is an O sound. And we see that repeated there as well. So let us begin reading. Va yomer. And he said, why is it he? Because there's no pronoun, so it's assumed it's a he then. Eleha, to her. Now, if we look down here, Eleha, with the segal, yod and hey, which is the segal, yod and hey, it's third person, singular, feminine, possessive, meaning her. And it's the case where the vowel mark is said after the letter. And then we have Yahushua or Yahusha. Achik. Achik. The kaf at the end means you or your, and achi means brother. So your brother. Kom, rise, means to rise, to arise. And then it's repeated. Yakum, shall rise. So therefore it's normally translated surely shall rise because it's emphasizing it by repetition. And in the English it is, Yeshua said to her, your brother shall rise again. So now let us then turn to reading it without any help underneath. And we have Vayomer, and he said, Eleha, unto her, Yahusha, Achik, your brother, Kum, rise, Yakum, shall rise, surely shall rise. And now we turn to 24, which is the value of a kaf and a dalet, dalet being the fourth letter. So we have 24, and we have Vav, Tav, Aleph, Mem, Resh, Aleph, Lamed, Yod, Vav, Mem, Resh, Tav, Aleph, Yod, Dalet, Ayin, Tav, Yod, Kaf, Yod, Yod, Kuf, Vav, Mem, Safit, Bet, Tav, Kuf, Vav, Mem, Hey. And we have white in the Aleph and white in the Ayin. Why? Because the letter itself has no sound. So, and if it doesn't have a vowel after it, it's basically silent. So let's read it. Va to mer. And she said. So why is it she? Because the tav changes and it gives us a feminine. So therefore it's she said. Elev. Unto him, again the vav is him. It's masculine. Marta. Martha. Yadati. I know. Ki, that. Yakum, shall, he shall rise, because there's no pronoun there, so he shall rise. Ba, to, kuma, in, and then we have Tekuma. So if we look down here, Tekuma is a feminine noun for resurrection, revival, survivability. If it's like an adjective, I guess, too, even though that's supposedly a noun. So in the resurrection is how we'll translate it. In the rising up, you could say. Right, Martha said to him, I know that he shall rise at the resurrection. Because we know that cum in here means to rise. So that's how we get that. So now let's read that without any help. Vatomer elev Marta yadati ki yakum batekuma. Batekuma. Very good. And we're in 24b now, which is a bet yod vav mem safit. Hey aleph chet resh vav nun safit. Remembering it's not a hey, but it has a guttural sound. Chet. And then we have ba yom, in the day, because yom is day. Ha acharon, acharon, the last. If we look down here, acharon is an adjective for last, final, terminal, ultimate, or latest. At the resurrection on the last day. So just quickly read it. Bayom ha'acharon. All right. And we're in 25. It's a kaf and a hey. Hey, value of 5. Then we have vav yod, aleph mem resh, aleph lamed yod hey vav shin ayin, aleph nun, kaf yod, hey tav, kuf, vav mem and hey. And now let's read it. Vayomer, and he said, as we had before, Eleha, unto her, or to her, Yahushua, or Yahusha. Anoki, I am. Anoki can be I or I am. Ha-tukuma, ha-tukuma, the resurrection. This time we got a hey in front of it instead of a bet. It means the, basically, the resurrection. Yeshua said to her, I am the resurrection. And let's read it. Vayomer eleha Yahushua anoki ha tekuma. Now 25b, we have vav, hey, chet, yod, mem sofit, hey, mem, aleph, mem, yod, nun sofit. That's nun at the end of a word. Bet, yod, chet, yod, hey, gimel, mem sofit, yod, mem, vav, tav. And now let's read it. V'ha-chayim. V'ha-chayim. And chai we know is life. Yim is like a plurality of life. The life. So, and the life. Ha-ma'amin. Which means, ha-ma'amin. The one believing. Or the believer. Be in me. Yich, yay. Yich, yay. So it's got the word in the middle, which is chai, which means life. And with the yod, it means shall live. And then gum, even. Let's have a look at gum again. Gum is a conjunction that can mean even, in addition, also, or furthermore. And then we got yamut, meaning he shall die. Again, there's no pronoun, so he, and that's masculine, so shall die. Even shall die, or he shall die. I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me shall live even if he dies. Now let's read that. And it is v'ha-chayim ha-ma'amin Bi Yichyeh Gam Yamut. Right, now we're in 26a, and we see it's represented with a Kaf 20 and a Vav 6. And we get the Kol and all ha-chai. Again, we got living, right? Life, chai. So it's, and all, you could say the living, right? All living. Asher who or that. Ya'amin, which means shall believe, be in me, shall believe in me. Lo, not yamut, shall die, not shall die. Le'olam, meaning forever. Anyone who lives and believes in me shall never die at all. So basically it's saying shall never die eternally, we could say, you know. We're talking about eternal death then. And then we've got down here, and that's where this ya'amin come from. That's the root of it is he'amin, which is the verb to believe or to believe in. And of course, met is a kal verb to die. Right, now let's read that. V'kol ha-chai, asher ya'amin, Bi lo yamut le'olam. In 26b we have a Hey Tav Aleph Mem Yod Nun Yod Lamed Dalet Veit, because there's no dot in that one. Resh Hey Zion Hey. And we get Ha Ta'amini. Ha ta'amini. Do you believe me? So what we find is there's a hey prefix. This is a questioning hey. Do or will you? Therefore the tav is feminine for you. So the hey is a questioning hey. The tav is feminine. And then we've got Amin, which means to believe, and then the Yod meaning me. Do you believe me? La devar, for the word. It could be to the word, for the word. Ha ze, this. Do you believe this word? Now read it. Ha ta'amini, la devar, ha ze. And now we're in 27 with a Kaf and a Zion. And we have a Vav, a Tav, an Aleph, a Mem, a Resh. An Aleph Lamed, Yod Vav, Kaf, Nun Sofit, Aleph Dalet, Nun Yod, Hey, Aleph Mem, Nun, Tav, Yod, Kaf, Yod, Aleph Tav, Hey, Mem, Shin, Yod, Chet. And let's read it. Va, to, mer. And this time it's she said because the tav is feminine. Elev, to him or unto him. Again, the vav is your pronoun and it's masculine. And then it's ken. Honestly, if we look down here, ken is an adjective for yes, so, honestly, sincerely, truthfully. So truthfully or honestly, Adoni, my master. He, man, ti, I believe. If we remember, he, meant to believe, right? So it's got that root in it. I believe. Ki, that, ta, you, that you, ha, ma, she, ach. Now this is a case where the vowel is pronounced before the consonant. So therefore it's ha, ma, she, ach. It's not after it. are the Mashiach, are the Messiah, right? So in English it is, she said to him, yes, my master, I believe that you are the Messiah. So now let us read that. Va'tomer alev ken Adoni he'emanti ki ata ha-mashiach. Right. And we got 27b now, and it has a bet because the dot, nun sofit, it's nun at the end of the word, he aleph lamed, he yod mem sofit. He bet aleph lamed, ayin vav lamed mem sofit. And we have ben, we know that means son. Ha Elohim, the son of Elohim. Ha-ba, the one coming or the coming one, because we know that ba means coming, to come, and the hey is like a questioning hey, which means are coming. So the one coming would be a good translation. We will find that most translations says who has come. La-olam. La is to, olam, the world, to the world. You are the Messiah, the son of the Elohim, who has come to the world. In context, that's how probably they put it together like that. Now let's read it. Ben, ha Elohim, haba, la olam. And finally, we are coming to our revision part to see just what we remember from all that. And let's see how we go through it. We have a Kaf value of 20, Gimel value of 3. We're in verse 23. Vayomer, and he said, because it's masculine, there's no other pronoun, so it's he. And he said, Eleha, unto her, Yahushua, Achik, your brother, kum, rise, Yakum, shall rise, surely shall rise. And he said to her, Yahushua, your brother, rise, or surely shall rise. A double word meaning emphasis. And then we have a Kaf value of 20, Dalet value of 4. We're in verse 24. Tomer, this is feminine, so, and she said, Elev, unto him, because that's a masculine ending, Marta, Martha, Yadati, I know, Ki, that, Yakum, shall rise, Ba, Tukuma, in the resurrection, or in the rising up. And she said unto him, Martha, I know that he shall rise in the resurrection. By Yom, in the day, Ha-acharon, the last. In the day, the last. Now we turn to Kaf and He, which is 25. And then we have Vayomer, and he said, Eleha, unto her, Yahushua, Anoki, I am, Ha-Tukuma, the resurrection. And he said to her, Yahushua, I am the resurrection, the Ha-Chayim, and the life. Ha-Ma'amin, the believer, or the one believing, be in me, yeh, shall live, gam, even, yamut, he shall die. And the life, the one believing in me, shall live, even he shall die. Then we have a Kaf, 20, Vav 6. We're in verse 26. V'kol, and all, ha-chai, meaning the living, asher, that, ya'amin, shall believe, be in me, lo, not, yamut, shall die, le'olam, forever, meaning they're not going to eternally die. And all living who shall believe in me, not shall die forever. And now we have ha-ta'aminu, and this time we're asking a question. Instead of it's a question. Do you, that's the tav there, feminine tav, do you believe me? La davar, for the word hazeh, this. So do you believe me for the word this? Then we have a kaf and a zion, which is 27. Va tumer, and she said, Elev, unto him, ken, honestly. Adoni, my master, man ti, I believe. Ki, that, ata, you, ha-mashiach, the Messiah. And she said unto him, honestly, my master, I believe that you are the Mashiach, the Messiah. Ben ha-Elohim, son of Elohim, ha-ba, the one coming, la-olam, to the world, son of the Elohim, the coming one to the world. Amen. And of course, we have our vowel markings and we want to remember what their names are. So when there's a dot above the vav, as we saw, it's called a cholam. So it has the O sound as we read here. Cho, O sound, right? Cholam. And this two dots vertical is called a shva. It usually represents end of a syllable, beginning of another one. And then we have diagonal these dots like a triangle. It's called a segol. So it's got the E sound, se. And this one's called a zere. So we can hear when we say it, zere. It's got a e sound instead of a sound. It's a longer E sound. And that's why it's often represented by an E and an I. But it's ze. And then we have a patak, pa. So it's got the short A sound. And then we have a kamatz, which again is a longer A sound. A dragged out A sound. Right, that'll do for now. Just remember it's a kamatz, patak, sere, segol, shava, cholam. And finally we come to here, and let us look at the values a bit. Now we saw that we were using a kaf, which has a value of 20. When we come to 30, we'll be using the lamed. 40 is a mem. 50 is a nun. Samek is a 60. 70 is ayin. Fe is 80. And Zade is 90. So let's just go backwards now. Zade 90, Fe 80, Ayin 70, Samek 60, Nun 50, Mem 40, Lamed 30, and Kaf 20. And again, I've repeated the resources, and we hope that you do use them because they're very useful in practice, because it gives you the ancient Hebrew, the modern Hebrew, it gives you transliteration, gives you color-coded, and it gives you the English meanings of the word. Very useful as we practice. And of course we have to confirm meanings. We always have, because we're always looking for the root word within the word. And so we can turn to doitinhebrew.com, and a very helpful dictionary. So we thank you for joining us. We just pray that you are blessed by going through these, and we wish you a Shavua Tov, a good week unto you. And remembering every week, these lessons are on Facebook, and you can go to my YouTube, Tom Howling at YouTube, or Netzarim Ketuvim, the Netzarim website, which is netzarimantiocia.com. And if you go into YouTube, you'll find them also, and there's many Hebrew lessons there. And we just want to wish you again Shavua Tov, a good week unto you.